Hi guys, it is Carla theBubblelush, and I had a moment, so I figured I would do a vlog. I don't really know what kind of vlog it's going to be. Don't really know what I'm going to talk about. Probably we'll just make it like my 10-week postpartum update. Yes. Shall we talk about this zit on my cheek right here? This thing. Out of control. Out of control completely. I don't even think it classifies as a zit. It's just like this molehill on my cheek. It's awful. Anyway. Yes. So if you're noticing that and you're thinking, Carla, what the hell? Don't worry, I've noticed it too, and I have thought, Carla, what the hell? Okay. So Hannah is 10 weeks old, and I can't believe that it, like, it was 10 weeks ago that I was at the hospital. It feels like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, like, sometimes I think about it and it's gone by so fast. Like she's already 10 weeks old, and I've, like, missed out on opportunities to, you know, chronicle something at, you know, 2 months or 1 month, like, that slipped through the cracks and I forgot to do it. Something, you know, stuff like that. So I'm already, like, beating myself up about missing milestones when she's 10 weeks old, so I don't know how I'm going to feel when she's, like, a kindergartner. Yeah. So Thanksgiving was last week, and that is Chris's favorite holiday, hands down favorite holiday. He likes to eat. And usually what I do is I prepare, like, all week leading up to it. Like, I make the cranberry sauce 2 days ahead, and I cut all the bread up and make sure that it's, like, all dried out for the stuffing. And the night before, you know, all the pies are done and the stuffing is assembled, so I just have to, like, throw it in the oven the next day. And my table is set, and all the serving bowls and serving spoons and everything are kind of, like, assigned so that I'm not scrambling the day of. But that didn't happen this year. 2 nights before Thanksgiving, I, for some reason, just didn't do anything. Just didn't feel like, I think I cleaned, maybe. That's all I accomplished. And, yeah. And then the night before Thanksgiving, as I was driving home from work, I was like, I don't feel very good. I don't feel good. And by the time I got home, I was the crankiest person you've ever met. And Hannah got kind of cranky, fussy, and she didn't want to go to sleep, like, without me. So her and I curled up in bed and just passed out. We just left Chris, like, in the kitchen to fend for himself. Yeah. So Thanksgiving morning, I woke up at 8 o'clock, and Thanksgiving dinner was supposed to be at noon. And I was so sick, and I couldn't take anything because I'm breastfeeding, so just sick. Anyways, Thanksgiving was fine. We you know, welcomed everybody to the table 15 minutes late, but that's pretty good considering what a rough start we were off to. And Thanksgiving was really good. I didn't feel good, but, like, all the food was really good. And that's all that matters. And we had some friends come over, and my parents, and Hannah was a super good girl. Man, I guess she, like, slept during the actual meal because I was holding her. She must have been asleep. Wow, that's really great. I didn't even note that at the time. Anyway, I got some really, really cute pictures of her, and if you're on my Facebook, you've already seen them, but if not, here are some. She's so cute. And she's wearing the turkey onesie that I made her. If you missed that video, here is a link to see how you can make your own turkey onesie. Let's see, what else happened? Oh, so then I am a Black Friday shopper. My mom taught me from a very young age that you do your Christmas shopping the day after Thanksgiving. And you look at the ads, and you figure out where you want to go to, and you look at what time they open, and you maximize, you know, you do your route. And back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, the stores used to offer, like, incentives to come out. Like, I remember going, and you would get, like, free bottles of Snapple and gift bags and stuff, and I guess some stores still do that, but not really. I think in the past, you know, 10, 15 years, Black Friday has just gotten so ridiculous and popular. But I used to do it way back in the day when I was really young. Target, which opened at 4. He wanted to get a TV. And I woke up and I felt awful. And Hannah wanted to nurse. So I was like, Chris, you know what, why don't you just go to Target, stand in line, do the Target thing, buy a TV. I will hang out here with Hannah and nurse her and get her back to sleep, and I'll get ready and get all the ads and everything for the other stores. You come back and pick me up, and then we'll go to the stores. Obviously, we live very close to all the stores. So my mom was going to stay home with Hannah because she spent the night. So he came back at like, I don't know, 4:30, just totally defeated, and he like flung his mittens down on the ground. He was like, I didn't get it. And I was like, oh, I felt bad for him. He was pretty sure that the guy behind him in line was a serial killer, and he saw someone that had a cart with 3 of the TVs that he wanted in it, so he was really pissed. So no 40-inch TV for him. I don't care either way. Stop traffic. Okay. So then we went to other stores. We got a lot of things. I spent a lot of money at Joann's. La-da-da-da-da. No, like, major purchases that I think of. Yeah. So anyways, at 4 o'clock that afternoon, Hannah had to go get her shots. I haven't talked about this, but I probably will in her update. But anyway, she had to get the second half of her 2-month shots. And we just hung out at home because all weekend. Because the next day on Saturday, we woke up and Chris was like, did you feel this awful yesterday? And I was like, yes, I felt horrendous the past couple days. And he goes, if I felt this bad, I wouldn't have gone Black Friday shopping. And I was like, well, that's how much I love it. Anyway, so we were all sick, and I was afraid Hannah was going to get sick and be like all congested and all like her nose stopped up and trying to nurse, and it was just going to be a hot mess. Thankfully, she did not get sick. She was tired and kind of fussy from the shots, I think. And she's kind of had like a kind of a boogery nose, but she didn't really get sick, so that's good. Good. Yes, let's talk about going back to work. Going back to work sucks. Okay? It sucks. I have a really good situation where when I took my job, I took it because my work week is 4 days a week, so I have a 3-day weekend every weekend, but I do work 4 10-hour days, and I have an hour commute each way, so that sucks. But currently I used to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now I'm only working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so 3-day week, 30 hours a week. And the Friday I'm taking off with FMLA. So it's protected leave, so that's good. You know, it wasn't as hard. Like, the first day sucked, but it wasn't as hard because I knew that she was home with mom. I also knew that she wasn't, at that point, she wasn't really starting her day until noon. And I get home at 6:30. So I was like, she's really only without me for like 6 hours. And it's even less than that because she takes an afternoon nap. So I was like, so I'm not missing out on much. Like, that's kind of how I told myself. And plus, my mom loves her so much and works with her. And is, my mom's like really proud of the fact that she raised 2 really smart kids. My brother is, you know, commander in the Navy, and I'm intelligent, so she did a good job. She's a good mom. And she just like loves working with Hannah and doing tummy time and teaching her new tricks. So I know that she is in really, really good hands. So that makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. So yeah, and I can call and see how she's doing, and it's whatever. It's also nice because I didn't come home. I didn't come back to like a really stressful job. They really kind of just let me ease into it the whole month of November, which is really nice. And now that it's December, I have, you know, some work to do, and I'm kind of getting back in the groove. I had some issues with coworkers pretty quickly after coming back. You know, we all work in cubicles, and there was 2 guys, like a 40-year-old and a, I don't know, 55, 60-year-old guy, and they were talking in one of their cubes about, you know, why isn't Carla back at full time? Like, why are we still having to pick up the slack for her? And, you know, and they were saying things like, well, you know, maybe it's because, like, is it because of the baby? Is she still taking off time because of the baby? Is it because of breastfeeding? Is it because, like, she, like, you know, had a delivery? And the guy was like, no, she had a C-section, so it's not that. And then they, like, whispered something, like, maybe it's... And the other one was like, oh, gross, I don't even want to think about that, that's sick, let's change the subject. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening to the whole thing, and I'm like, how awful. Now my coworkers have that little respect for me, that they're talking about me that way, loud enough that I can hear them. Like, everybody in the whole office can hear them talking about me that way. And, so I was like, maybe I'm overreacting, like, maybe I'm just being sensitive, because it was like my 4th day back at work. And, so I went to the office manager, you know, accounting lady, and kind of told her, just kind of offhand, I was like, oh god, they're being such jerks, and kind of, you know, mentioned what happened. And I looked at her, and she was just like, aghast. And I was like, is that bad? And she was like, you need to go tell the boss right now. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, you need to nip it in the bud now. And I was like, okay, because I didn't know if I was like blowing it out of proportion. So I went and talked to the boss, and I guess the boss pulled them into his office and talked to them. I don't know what he said, but the guys like have not talked to me. They haven't looked at me. Like, I'm completely getting the cold shoulder from just about everybody in the office. So that's awesome. Yeah. I guess it's less people interrupting while I'm trying to work. So that kind of sucks. I'm so jealous that Jen, Information Mommy, has such a great like setup as far as nursing goes, because she has those nursing rooms that she can schedule. I do not have that. So I have been pumping. I would pump in my car all the time because I'm really comfortable pumping in the car, but it's so freaking cold out, and I don't just want to idle my car because that's not very environmentally safe. And I'm parked outside, like, you know, the environmental enforcer's office, and idling my car, that would be awful. So, so I pump in the bathroom, which is not ideal, but I will show you. I think I'm gonna make a video about like breastfeeding at work, because, or not breastfeeding, but pumping at work, because it was something that I was really interested in, like, how do moms do it when I was pregnant. So I assume that someone else is interested and will like a video, so that's what I'm gonna do. But it's going well. I've noticed that this week my supply is not as great. My pumping sessions were not, they were a joke, basically. It was a joke. I was in there for 15 minutes and it was a joke. But today, this afternoon at my noon pumping session, I just like cranked my pump up to 9 out of 9. And I actually got like a decent amount. So I think I just need to use a higher suction level. Awesome, huh? So hopefully that's getting better. Hannah is so freaking cute, as you will see in her 10-week update. We didn't do a 2-month update because we just didn't get around to it. I was sick. Between the holidays and everything, it just didn't happen. Oops. Yes. Other postpartum stuff. Weight loss / gain has been extremely stagnant, but I haven't really been making any efforts, so who am I to complain? I'm so looking forward to Christmas. I'm really like overwhelmed that it's already December and I don't have like anything done. Like, we don't even have like the fall decorations down in the house. Like, we need to get the tree this weekend. We're having our first annual theBubblelush Holiday Classic Christmas party at our house. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And Chris's parents are flying in that weekend as well. And that's going to be awesome because they finally get to meet Hannah. Yeah. And people like keep asking, like my mom keeps asking what I want for Christmas, and I don't need anything. You know what I mean? Like, I need stuff, but like, it's nothing fun. You know? Well, I don't need stuff, I want stuff, but excited about Hannah's first Christmas, even though she's not going to care whatsoever. It's still exciting. And yeah, I think that's kind of about it. Yeah, I've just been feeling kind of like antsy lately. Like when I'm at work, I just want to be home. You know, like I just want to be home. Chris and I talked about it, and I think that we're going to be able to work it so I can continue, like we can afford it financially for me to continue working 3 days a week until Hannah's almost a year. So I just have to see if my boss will go for that. I don't really know what the deal is. Like if you're taking FMLA leave to work a reduced schedule, like do they have to approve it or not? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I gotta, if you know, let me know. Yeah. So I have to see if they'll go for that, because I don't mind it so much if I'm working, you know, 3 long days and then I get 4 days off with her. That's awesome. Can't really ask for more than that and still, you know, be gainfully employed, so I think that's about it. Sorry, like all these videos I'm so behind, but I'm not. I have filmed them and I'm trying to edit them. But you know, it's tough. Like when I'm home, I just want to be hanging out with Hannah, and when she naps, I need to be doing chores, and the videos are just, they like bog down my laptop when I'm trying to render them, so it's such a pain in the butt. As you'll see with the 6-week update, I didn't even realize it until like 500 people had already watched it, but it cut off at 6 minutes and it's supposed to be like 18 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I probably already fixed that by the time you guys have saw this, but just so you know, I know, and I apologize. I think that's it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or video requests, let me know. Sorry it's so dark right now.